Hello and welcome back for the second part of my show and tell video of my finished paintings. And in this video I will also show you my works in progress that for whatever reason I am not actually working on right now. And I'll try to give a good reason as well. But first up is one painting I missed in my last video. This is also a painting I completed last year. It is, as you can see, a stained glass painting of Elsa. And it is, as you can probably guess, a Mandy Manzano, which I bought from the Home Fun official store, or also known as the Anna store, before I knew that it was a Mandy Manzano picture. So yeah, and not exactly ideal, but yeah, I guess. Anyway, this was my first round from this store. There's actually quite a bit of stuff on here that doesn't belong. And I like doing it. I like all the colors in it. I like the color transitions. But what I don't like with the Home Fun rounds is the fact that you can see the damn dummy circles around it. Aside from that, usual Home Fun problems, there were a few bubbles in the glue, there were a couple of oily drills. Yeah, you have to decide for yourself if you want to deal with that or not. You should expect it if you get something from Home Fun. But the drills in general are pretty good, both rounds and squares. Then we have a round painting from the Lao Ji Huan store. A bit of a backstory on this. I am part of Fancy Nancy Diamond Paintings Facebook group, and I think back in October, Huracan actually claimed they had solved the drill issues and that we wouldn't have no longer to deal with popping drills. Nancy thought we should do a test, and we all ordered the same painting from Huracan, or if we didn't want to order from Huracan, we could also order from a different store and work it up and do a comparison. So this was the painting, the sunflower, and I initially ordered it from Huracan. Lo and behold, the quality was awful. Drills were popping. There was tension beyond belief. It was just horrible. So I finished about that much, I think. And then I stated on my Instagram I was going to toss it. One of my Instagram followers asked me not to toss it, but to send it to her, and she was going to complete it. I actually asked her several times if she really wanted to invest the shipping from Germany to the US to finish a crappy canvas. But she wanted to, so I sent it to her, and she actually paid for the shipping. And I think she realized pretty quickly that the canvas was actually pretty crap, and she tossed it. Yeah, but I still wanted to do the comparison, and I saw that Lao Ji Wan store offered this painting as well. So I decided to order it from their shop. I don't like to do such big paintings in square if I don't know the quality of the shop any longer. So I decided to order round. And I completed this painting beginning of January, and I'm not very impressed. So this is the painting where the round drills are actually much smaller than they are supposed to be. Round drills are usually 2.8 millimeters in diameter. These are much smaller. They actually fit a square canvas. And you might know square drills are 2.5 millimeters big. So usually a round drill would not fit into a square canvas, and I have had to have a discussion about this particular topic with ACQSD, also a Huracan facility dingens. Yeah, whatever. I had this discussion and it was painful. So yeah, these would fit, and I believe that this canvas is actually supposed to be a square canvas. so they don't actually rescale the canvases for round and square. They just leave off the grid and provide you with smaller drills. The drills are quite interesting because they are all cut that they are flat on top. So if you stroke these drills, you don't have the usual prickly feeling you get from round drills, because round drills tend to have tips. Not all of them are flat on top. They are basically cut like crystals. They are shiny, they are sparkly, no problem there, but this whole painting only had 19 colors. As a comparison, the Hurricane one had 35. Mine had 35. There were some that had 36, go figure. I don't like it. The shading is horrible. It looks clunky, it looks blocky, it's ugly. It's very ugly. And if you look at the thumbnail, it doesn't have a lot in common with that either. So not impressed, and that is one of the reasons why I'm probably not going to do my owl either. Another interesting thing with the owl, I repurchased this from the store, and I purchased it as a 50 by 40 like this one. But instead of printing the owl like this, they printed it like that, and I have a lot of useless white on the sides. Don't ask me why. So I'm not very keen to do that one. And while ordering from them, I decided to order a square in a test size. So I ordered this rose picture. It is I think it's a 25 by 30 or 35. Doesn't say here, but I think that's what it is. It has 20 colors, and it's basically the same like with the sunflower. I'm not very fond of the shading. So I know that some people think you don't need that many colors, especially in small paintings, because this turns it into confetti hell. But I think you do. You actually do, because it doesn't even look pretty in the viewfinder. I mean, yeah. And as we have seen with the sunflower, the number of colors would not increase with a bigger size either. As far as drills go, these are okay, they are not great. They have little knobbly bits, they have the divots on the back, and I'm never fond of those, I'm sorry. Even if they don't have holes or concave backs, I just don't like them because they usually have the overcrowding and popping and stuff like that issue. So yeah, that's another store on my do not buy for round and square. You can go for crystals, they are fine if you like the look. Okay, so the next few ones come in pairs because they are tester paintings. This is from the Matryoshka Love DIY store. They offer round and square, and I decided to go with these little cupcakes. They are 20 by 24 each, so they were done in a couple of days each. And I have seen that Stephanie is just working on a Paw Patrol painting from the shop right now, and she does have issues with popping drills. I did not. I was actually quite impressed with the Matryoshka Love DIY store, especially with the canvas, the print, the glue, but also with the round drills. I like them very much, and as you can see, you barely can see any of the dummy circles. You can only see them where I put my drills down sloppily because I worked with multiplacers on that. The whole background is just one color, but you could cover the dummy circles, so this is something I look for. Could you do it if you actually put some care into doing the painting? And the answer is yes. For such a small painting, I think it actually does look good. The square drills didn't give me too much of an issue. I mean, they are, once more, the ones with the divots in the backs, but at least for this painting, nothing popped, nothing pushed other drills away. There weren't so many knobbly bits. The size was pretty uniform. So my square from the store was okay. But like I said, Stephanie is working on one right now, and that one is giving her trouble. It has popping drills. And there's some kind of dirt on this canvas. Let's ignore that. Matryoshka Love DIY store. I would buy rounds again. So I wouldn't buy squares because I don't like to put any effort in square. But I don't like square paintings right now. So I wouldn't buy them, period, unless they are Diamond Art Club, quite honestly. So yeah. But I would buy again from that store. Next one up is this one, and I can't remember which one this is. Which store was that? I can't remember, sorry. But I have posts for everything on Instagram if you are interested in the details. So before I started on YouTube, I did unboxings and progress and final review posts on Instagram. So these two are there. If you want to know all the details, please visit my Instagram. The handle is in the information box below. For this one, I ordered again a round and a square. The square was this rainbow rose. Same issues as with every painting I have recently encountered that was not Diamond Art Club or Ever Moment. You have these drills with a divot in the back, and they don't fit very well together. They have knobbly bits. They usually come in different sizes. This painting was actually a mixture of the divot drills and the one with the smooth back. You can, I don't know if I can show this, but you can see this, for example, in this color. This is one with a smooth back, and the drills, can't really see that in the viewfinder, but you can see it if you look at it. They fit super smoothly together. They don't push each other. They just fit side by side without any gapping at all. Because not all of the gapping you see in this picture is actually caused by size. The divot drills also don't have straight sides. So even if you put them next to each other, it looks like there's a gap between them. They just won't snuggle, as I call it. The round drills were pretty good. They cover the symbols and the circles around them. The one issue I had with both canvases, but with this more than with the square, was the print. The print was pretty blurry. And this was giving me a lot of issues. Especially, I think in the green parts it was very hard, if I remember correctly. But also some of the browns didn't come out right. But I love this picture. I like these good luck kitties. They are just so cute. So yeah, I did those two. And these small ones don't take me a lot of time, so I can finish them quite quickly. But I'm sorry that I can't remember the store names. This was, I think it was the YI Bright store, but once again, you can find all the details on Instagram. Again, round and a square, and yes, I pick a lot of flowers if I do these test paintings, because the flowers are usually big enough that you can do them in small sizes and still get the detail. I like how the ladybird one came out, but once again, the drills gave me a lot of trouble. Especially these light colors in the background had a lot of size and knobbly bits issues, and they would pop off. So yeah, once again, not fun to do. Don't like these squares. As for the rounds, they cover everything perfectly, but I don't like the colors. I don't know why. It just looks not good. They were very sloppy with the background. They basically turned the whole background black. And in the thumbnail you can actually, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see that the background is anything but black. It's actually green, so I don't know why they turned it all black. Next up is the Anna Core store. And I couldn't do those back to back because I was missing drills for that one. I had no problems getting my missing drills from the seller, so plus point on that. The square one was actually quite nice to work on. It was once again a mixture of these drills with the divot on the back and the drills with the flat back that you also get from Evermoment. And I wish they would only use the one quality, but I had no popping issues. I didn't have any overcrowding issues, so I guess that's a good thing. The painting as such looks okay. It has a bit of this blurry watercolory look to it, so I didn't expect any super sharp definition or anything. But the colors were pretty. The colors were a bit off, so they didn't fit the ones I had in my stash once I dekitted. But that's actually quite often the case. As for the rounds, we have once again the issue with the dummy circles that are too big and show up around the drills, even if you put them very carefully. So yeah, bit of a bummer. But shipping from the shop was very fast. The canvas was okay, if I remember correctly. I think there were a few symbols that could have been better, could have been printed clearer, but I've had worse. So, next ones are whips and finished ones. So this is my first round Sophie beauty store. I finished the round and I was not impressed with that because I had popping trills with that one. I didn't really get the colors they choose. I mean, I know that some of the colors are going to be very funky. You need that to get the final result you want to have. But for example, this is a seal point cat. And there's hardly any brown in this face. And seal points are brown. So I get that there has to be some black, some red, even some purple and blue if it has to be in the nose there. I don't know if it actually does. I understand the purple, no problem, but I don't understand that I don't have any brown in there. I still don't get it. I mean, the final result looks okay, but I think it could have looked better. It could have had more definition with the right color. The main issue was the popping drills, and I had very, very, very blurry symbols on this one. This actually made me stop working on this painting for quite a bit because I was just annoyed with it. Good news, the circles are covered up, they don't show up behind the painting. The only thing you might see, I'm not sure if you're seeing that, is up here. You'll see some black here. That was me. I dropped the pack of drills and of course it landed number down on the glue and the black printing was left behind. Yay me. I'm super like that. And this is my little pony square, also from the Sophie Beauty official store. It is not finished yet because I misplaced my drills. I couldn't find them. So I actually had intended to have this finished by now. But I just found the drills before I went on my Easter vacation on Friday, and I haven't resumed working on this. The drills on this are very good, and this is once again a case of, because my square drills are beautiful. I've heard from others that their square drills pop. I have no clue what this is about. This is also the reason why I am probably going to stop doing these tests, because they don't say anything about the quality of the shop apparently. So, So, next one. Yeah. You already know that I'm a big, big, big fan of Huracan. I also learned that ACQSD is a wonderful shop to deal with. They are so competent and they have great customer service. And then someone told me, you know, the third shop, EverShine, they are much better. All right, I don't know why I believe this person, because I think because I actually like her. But yeah, no. Shipping was good. The canvas, the glue, everything was good. But the print, yeah, the symbols were horribly blurry. And this is my round. It is admittedly a small painting, but this is a pretty big cat. The shading on this, especially the head, could have been better. As you can see, the shading is horrible. This is a white cat, and I know for white animals you need greens, you need pinks, but in my opinion you also need white. And it's hardly any white in here. Hardly any. Or you could try gray for shading. That's this funky color between black and white. It gives great shades. Yeah, so I don't know. This is such a poor kitty. She's so ugly. Yeah, but the drill quality was good. They fit on the canvas. If they now learn how to print the canvas that you can actually read it and don't need eye surgery afterwards, perfect. Not so much on the square one. And this was actually what I was told. I read on several Instagram accounts that EverShine squares didn't have the same issues as Hurricane. And I should probably say the issues are not as bad as with the Hurricane, but these drills pop. I still was very brave and ordered a 30 by 40, which is bigger than I usually do, to test the shop, because I decided to order one of the coffee cats I hadn't seen in any of the other shops, and I wanted it to fit the size of my other coffee cats. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to finish this. I haven't worked on this in, I think, a couple of months at least. And this has been under my bed for the time being, so between my mattresses. And I think all the drills that popped before are now down, so that's a good thing. But I'm really not very keen on working on this. Yeah, it will be finished at some point. So forgive me while I take a sip of Coke. All this talking is making my throat raw. So now we have a couple of works in progress I started. Yeah, and I've come very far on this. This is an ever moment, so the quality is perfect. I started on this and then I realized I'm not feeling it. And I have put it away and not worked on it ever since. And this has been some time ago now. I probably should take it out and try to do a few sections a week at least, so I get it done. Because the quality is very, very good as always with Ever Moment. The canvas is super clear. There's no issues with the glue. The drills are perfect as always. It is confetti hell, I will admit that. You can actually see that. And it's going to be this colored pencil heart. It's supposed to go up in my craft room once it's done. I'm planning to redo the craft room, and I should have space for that afterwards, but I don't know. If not, it's going to go in the pile. Another work in progress I started is a round one, and that's actually this little skating fox. It's from the same series as the Santa and the Snowman I never completed, but this is from the Home Fund official store, or Anna's store. But once again, like I mentioned with Elsa, and there's skunk on it, with Home Fun you can actually see the dummy circles around your drills, and there's nothing you can do about that, because no matter how carefully you place your drills, you will still see it. And you see it more in light paintings. This is quite obviously one that has a lot of light background, so you're going to see it. I don't want to do this right now. And then I did a bunch of special shaped partials, and I did them in between everything else, or when I didn't really want to work on a full drill diamond painting, so I don't have any real order for them anymore. I didn't track it as much as I did for the other paintings. So this is the biggest one I have. It's this flower mandala, whatever you want to call it. And this doesn't look like much, but it actually took me quite a few hours, especially because of these small purple ones around the big ones here, because those things are very hard to place with a drill pen, believe me. You're actually going to need your 3-placer, and let me see, I think I dropped my pen on the floor. Yeah, you have to use your 3-placer, and excuse that this is so dirty, but I've been working on Mackenzie with that. And you have to try to get them here in the in the line here and put them down like that. Because I recently heard someone ask, how are you supposed to do this with the three placer? That's how. And it actually works. But there are a lot of them on this one. And it took quite some time. But it's a very pretty painting once finished. I have to admit that. So this was actually, I know that this was the first one I did. This is the Peacock. And I changed it a little bit. You have probably seen it on other channels because a lot of people have been doing it, and it's actually quite full coverage, and very, very much worth the money. But I've changed this up a bit. I have not used the pink crystals that were supposed to go around these feathers here. I actually used non-hotfix class crystals in AB clear, which are purchased from AliExpress. So they are basically Swarovski knockoffs. But they are extremely good quality. And these are the size SS10. SS10 is supposed to be 2.8 millimeters. And I thought, let's try it. And it worked out great on this one. I didn't like the pink in the feathers because I thought it stood out too much. That's why I substituted them with these crystals. And they have this AB shine to them, which makes them go between blue, green, purple, and gold. And I think that fits this one quite well. But once again, you can't really see it in the lighting I have right now. I put my daylight lamp up now for the second part of the video, but it's still not showing. So, next one are a couple of smaller, I guess, mandalas. I'm not sure. These were done pretty quickly. This is quite colorful. It has a lot of different colored stones in it. And it had something I hadn't seen before. And that are these here. They are actually gold on top and clear underneath. So they were a bit surprising, but they look pretty good. Yeah, pretty. And these were all like 2 or 3 euros a piece, so really not a lot of money. Quite fun to do. And then we have the ones you have probably seen a million times. And that are the 4 season trees. So the order for this one seems to be a bit of a mystery. But me personally, I have put them in the order I believe they belong in. I think that the green-yellow one is the spring one. I believe that the very colorful one is the summer one, and that the pink one is the fall one. I'm not sure why. That's how the shop sold them to me, quite honestly. I don't really care either. At least one thing is for sure, that's the winter one. Yeah, they are very pretty as well. And like I said, something like 2 euros a piece. Why not? Doesn't hurt anything. So, I kept my Diamond Art Club paintings for last. And I'm not 100% sure I put them in the right order, but I guess you don't care which one was first. If you really do, look at my Instagram. There are progress pictures of that. So we have, don't think I get this all in. I'm going to try to get it all in the viewfinder for you. Not sure if I'm going to succeed. Nah, I won't. But this is I Miss You by Mandy Manzano, and this one is gorgeous. It's so vibrant and colorful. It actually only has 41 colors. I just uploaded the final review for Mackenzie's Treasure a couple of days ago, and that one has 47 colors, so a lot more. in all honesty, but even with just 41 colors, this is amazing. The shading is amazing, and it has 2 different types of AB drills. So we have AB yellow up here. Don't know if I can actually show that to you. And then we have AB pink. It's a very light pink. Doesn't want to show, but they are here. And these accents, I mean, it's not a lot of AB for such a big painting, but these accents are so outstanding. You really, really can see it if you don't look through a viewfinder. The camera is pretty much swallowing it all up right now. But it's very pretty, it's very shiny, and you can't miss it if you actually look at that. This is one of the paintings I am thinking about putting up in my bedroom. And the funny little detail about this painting is that somehow most people, myself included, didn't realize she is naked until I was actually working on her. Even my boyfriend didn't realize, and I mean, he's a man. Man, naked woman, her. But no, he didn't realize until I told him. I enjoyed working on this a whole lot. I would actually do it again if you gave me another kit, quite honestly. Just because I like the process of doing diamond paintings if they are good quality, and this one was superb. So yeah, I would do it again. So then we have a smaller one, which is Magical Mama. I think I completed this in 3 days and a little. So I started one day and just did a small corner and did the rest of it in 3 days. And I loved working on this because there were a lot of colors in this painting I haven't had in any other painting. Like all these pastel yellows and greens, and yeah, I just enjoyed it so much. It's so bright, it's so beautiful. The only thing I'm a bit sad about, if you look on Diamond Art Club's Instagram account and go a while back, you see someone working on Magical Mama in a much bigger size, and I think it looks so much better in this size, but you can't buy it in that size. And I asked them and they told me no, they are not going to bring it back. I think it was something like 60 by 60. It looked so much better, so much more detail. There's one little part of this painting where I have to say Diamond Art Club should go and rechart it, because that's this pink part here. And that's actually part of the unicorn. And if we look in the thumbnail, I don't know how well it shows, but it's this part here. And it has a bit of a pinkish hue to it. Like the pink from these cloudy things is actually showing on her fur, but it should be gray, and it's bright pink. So when one of my Instagram friends, her name is Jen, when she asked me what this part actually was, I had to pull up Mandy's original artwork to see what this was supposed to be. And when I did, I thought, okay, this needs recharting. So Diamond Art Club, I'm pretty sure you're not seeing this, but if you are, you should probably consider just redoing this small part here. And if you want to do me a huge favor, reconsider going back to the 60 by 60 size, because I would totally buy that and do it all over again. If it was round, I have to say, I'm not going to redo this if it is a square. Even if it's your perfect square kits, I'm not going to do that. So I have to probably, it's only a few more now. So next up, ooh, I'm sorry I hit the mic. I'm so sorry. But this one is giant. So next up is Sneaky Cat. And Sneaky Cat is another painting by the wonderful EZ. I'm so sorry if I butcher your name. I'm not intending to do so. I really don't know how to pronounce it. The same artist that did the colorful cat I showed in my last show and tell video. And I saw Sneaky Cat and I fell in love right away, but I didn't dare to order it right away because it's actually close to $80, and then you have to also consider shipping to me, which is $25 or more, depending if I order 1, 2, 3 or 5 paintings, or 4. Counting. I swear I can actually count. Not always, apparently. So I did hesitate, and then I ordered Colorful Cat and Diamond Art Club. Sneaky, sneaky Diamond Art Club. If you place your first order with them, you will get a coupon via email for 20% off on your next order, but it is only valid for 24 or 48 hours. I can't remember right now. So either you place another order right away or it's going to go to waste. And I thought, you know what, 20% off, let's go for it. Yeah, that's how I ordered Sneaky Cat one day after Colorful Cat. I started working on Sneaky Cat end of last year, but I really had an issue with squares at this moment. I didn't feel them, and I still really don't. I can get into the groove if I really put effort into it, but I didn't want to at that point. So Sneaky Cat didn't get finished, I think, until end of February it was. Or it might even have been March, I'm not sure. She is also freaking huge. It's a 60 by 115. So, yeah. It took me quite a while, even after I finally put my efforts into it and really just worked on this one full time. It took me quite some time to complete it because it's huge. It's really huge. But you can go bigger with Diamond Art Club. I think there's one that Mrs. Coffee got recently that is square and much bigger than this. But it turned out beautiful. It looks amazing, and I have to find a spot in my apartment where I'm going to put it up. I first thought behind the couch, but there... Nah, I didn't like the look of it in my living room, because my living room is very muted, very taupe white, and I think my only color accents right now are light blue. So I decided the Anna Dittman paintings would fit much better in there. But I have to find a place for this one, because this has to get up. It's so beautiful. It's also heavy as hell. So then, after finishing Sneaky Cat, I thought I deserved to work on a gorgeous round kit. And I went for Wonderland, another Mandy Manzano, quite obviously. This kit I bought together with Mackenzie's Treasure back in November, and I can't actually remember if AB wasn't an option back then, but I got it in non-AB, so this is just regular drills. And I think that the AB would have been in the yellow parts of this painting, so like the sun in her hair and stuff like that. It still turned out gorgeous. It has 39 colors, and once again the shading, and I really could wax poetics about this all day long. But I'm not going to do so, because we are already reaching 40 minutes. The cat is ready to get on the table. Hi, cat. And I actually want to finish this out soon. I know I'm not very conscious of your time anyway, but I want to be at least not too bad about it. So, and the And yes, my most perfect painting would be this kitty. Oh, yeah. I know, pussy. But wait. So, and the last two I'm going to show you are actually the ones where I have a final review up on this painting, on this channel, because this is my August by Anna Didman, which I purchased from DIY Moon Shop. You know, I finished this recently because I've done a few whip and chats on this one, and I also did, like I said, the final review, which is up on my channel if you're interested in all the details. I was just going to show it once again because it's one of the finishes I've had so far. So pretty. And the last one is the one I just finished yesterday and recorded the final review a few minutes ago. It will be up by now if you see this. And this is Mackenzie's Treasure. Another mini Manzano, this time a square, and the one I bought together with Wonderland in the Black Friday BOGO sale. Everything I have to say about this painting is in the final review, so if you're interested, please go over there and have a look at it. Alright guys, that's it. That's all my finishes so far. I don't buy a lot of diamond paintings, but I think I complete quite a few as well, so I probably don't have to be too ashamed. Yeah, if you like this, please like and subscribe. Maybe hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos go up on my channel. If you would like to tell us, I mean Lola and myself, isn't it cute how I include her now by default? If you want to yeah, leave a comment, please do so below. Don't feel shy. If you feel more comfortable writing it in an email, there's also an email address down below in the description box. And until next time, I hope you have a great time, you enjoy whatever craft you're doing right now, and we will see each other soon. Bye bye.